Nuno Espirito Santo is one of the latest names to be linked with the Tottenham managerial vacancy as the search to find Jose Mourinho's successor goes on. Looking on course to appoint former Roma manager Paulo Fonseca, things took a dramatic turn last week, with the move collapsing and Spurs instead turning to Gennaro Gattuso after his Fiorentina exit, later abandoning a move for the former Italian international. Daniel Levy and Fabio Paratici are still trying to find their perfect man 9 weeks on from Mourinho's exit. Amid previous links with the Everton and Crystal Palace jobs, Espirito Santo has been mentioned in regards to the Tottenham hot seat after his Wolves exit at the end of last campaign. Doing well in his first 2 seasons in the Premier League, the $20,202,021 term was one to forget for the Portuguese boss, as Wolves slipped down the table and finished in a disappointing 13th. The 48-year-old is not someone who would fit Levy's brief, as he would ideally like a head coach who plays entertaining, attacking football, but Football London understands that Paratici is indeed a fan of Espirito Santo. Here we take a look at 5 Tottenham players who could benefit if the club's new managing director of football decides to make a move for the former Wolves boss. Matt Doherty. The possible appointment of Espirito Santo could be exactly what Doherty needs if he is to recapture the form that saw Tottenham make their move for the player. Needing a right-back to compete with Serge Aurier for a starting spot, Jose Mourinho plumped for the Republic of Ireland international after registering 15 goals and 15 assists for Wolves in all competitions in the 2 seasons after their promotion to the Premier League in 2018. Doherty, certainly not helped by playing as a right-back instead of a wing-back, unfortunately couldn't find his form in N17 and unfortunately found himself watching on from the sidelines more often than not. Given Espirito Santo is a big fan of Doherty, Tottenham fans may well see the best of him in a wing-back system. If Paratici decides that the Portuguese boss is the one who the club should move for in the new manager search. Joe Rodon is certainly making a case for a starting spot at Tottenham next season if his form at Euro 2020 is anything to go by. The centre-back has been outstanding for Wales so far, and he will have a major role to play in their round of 16 clash against Denmark this coming Saturday. As Espirito Santo does like to line up with a 3-man defence, one extra place will be up for grabs if he's installed as next manager. However, Rodon is doing everything he can at present to be the first defender on the team sheet. Whether Spurs line up with 2 or 3 at the heart of defence. Japhet Tanganga. Having an extra man at the back could also benefit Tanganga in his bid to become a Spurs regular. Restricted to only 13 appearances under Mourinho last campaign, the former boss did state that he saw the academy graduate as more of a full-back than a centre-back. The club's new manager may think differently, however, and that could see Tanganga be given a chance in the middle as Spurs look to solve their problems there for good. Ryan Sessegnon. Operating with wing-backs on a permanent basis next term could hand Sessegnon the chance he's craved at Tottenham. Barely getting a go in his first season at the club after arriving with an injury and then finding himself way down the pecking order, the England U21 international spent last campaign in the Bundesliga with Hoffenheim catching the eye during his time in Germany. The player will return to N17 much better for his experience, and now he will be intent on finally earning a regular starting spot for Tottenham. Given Doherty flourished in Espirito Santo's Wolves setup, the same could happen to his fellow wing-back Steven Bergwijn. Bergwijn is another Tottenham player who needs a big season in the capital after his struggles last campaign. Appearing to be Mourinho's first-choice right-winger, the Dutchman slipped down the pecking order at the start of February and barely featured after that. Espirito Santo's 3-4-3 system could really benefit him, and that may see him recapture his top form in the process if he's given a consistent run in the Spurs team. Bergwijn still has plenty more to offer Tottenham, and hopefully that will be the case this coming campaign.